Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. In this one we're doing a bit of craft beer, if you like, if you want to call it. Well, it is that. But we are heading off to Better World Brewing Company, and we are going to take a look at their Hedgehog IPA coming in at 6%. It's actually called Hog IPA, I think it is. Let me find it. It did say somewhere. Yeah, Hog is our team's go-to beer, so I'm going to call it Hedgehog IPA. They call it Hog, but I do love the artwork. There we go. Each of their beers have got a different animal on it. It's simple and easy. 440ml can. This is coming in at 6%. On their website, the cans are normally sort of like £4 a piece. I got it as part of a deal. I'm going to crack this open and do all the spiel while I'm cracking it open and pouring. Yeah, the cans individually £4 a piece. I bought it as a 24 pack and got a £10 off voucher. So this beer is actually coming at £1.66. So there are savings to be had if you're willing to spend a bit more. And I understand why some people might not. That was the chance I took, but I have anyway. So it's just come out of the fridge, and in the glass it's looking a little bit sort of marmalade-y. It's got that hazy sort of deep amber sort of colour. I mean, that is proper amber traffic light sort of colour. A few bubbles going up. Just a half a finger of sort of mix and match head on top. So let's dive in on the nose and see what we get. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, nice sort of fresh hoppy. It's not like massively fresh where you get that real sort of overpowering hop smell, but there's a nice fresh hop smell, tropical, a little piney resinous in there, and I think there's like a little light malty backbone to it that you can pick up. Maybe a bit of mango, that sort of thing. Very citrusy, but it smells decent. So let's stop waffling, dive in. Better World Brewing's Hedgehog IPA, or Hog IPA. Cheers. Taste wise, nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I got a feeling that's hazed up even more. It could just be me, but that looks like that's gone that little bit hazier. Body wise though, it's weighty but light to drink still. It almost feels a little bit weak in body, but it is there. It's more one of them that sort of, rather than you chew and it goes down, it's one of them that sort of just sits there a little bit. Gentle carbonation, reasonably smooth, reasonably soft. I'm not going to say it's doing the best it can maybe in them departments, but it is reasonably smooth, reasonably soft. On the taste, it's certainly got a bit of a West Coast feel for me, this has. It's tropical, it's juicy, but it's got a piney resinous. It's got a grapefruit sort of pithy kind of feel, if that makes any sense. It's quite bitter on the back end. You really sort of get that resinous feel. It's definitely got a West Coast feel to it, but I think actually one of the beers is actually a West Coast. I think it's the Eagle one. I think they do. But yeah, it's a decent drop. Is it a £4 beer? Is it a £4 beer? This is something that always makes me think. Because if they can afford to do them cheaper when you're buying in bulk and giving offers, excuse me, it does make you think if they're sort of like stinging you a little bit on on the single cans. I think, to be honest, it's certainly not a bad beer. It certainly isn't. I'm kind of finding it a little bit with their beers that if this was in a supermarket, it would be £4, and it would be quite a decent beer. But I don't know, I can't help but feel that the supermarkets take the piss out of the breweries, so you kind of expect that higher price. But whereas this one, I think at £4, I'm not sure it justifies the £4 price. Like I say, it's not a bad beer. Look at that. It's got a lovely head again there, just giving it a swirl. It's lace in the glass, really good. But I'm not quite sure it sort of is big enough for a £4 beer. Bearing in mind I bought it for £1.66. Goes to show the profit, doesn't it? Or the markup on it, you would think. But it is a decent beer, so I'm not going to slate them. The ones I've had so far have been pretty solid beers. They've just not wowed you. They've been better than your bog standard sort of craft stuff that you get in supermarkets, but they've not reached that higher level. But overall, they're decent beers, and this one's no exception. So Better World Brewing Company's Hedgehog IPA coming in at 6%. Yeah, well worth giving a try. More West Coast for me personally. It's definitely got that West Coast feel. So yeah, if you see it and you want to give it a go, try it. Maybe do yourself a favour, take a gamble, try and get a £10 discount code. Now I went on the website, had a look at a 24 pack, which was $49.99 at the time. All of a sudden, because everything's linked, isn't it? You go on Facebook, I was getting offered a £10 discount on a case with free delivery. So that's how I got it at this price. So if you're willing to take a chance, have a go. If you've had the beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. That's it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.